Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am so excited for this one because we're in fall season, guys. We're in autumn, we are in spooky season, and I definitely wanted to show that in a video. And I know that I haven't uploaded in about 2 months, and that's okay because I actually have filmed a lot of videos. I just really haven't gotten to editing and just posting and stuff. Haven't been feeling my best, but we're back and we're better than ever, ready to start posting more. Okay, so today we have like I said, it's a spooky build, but not really. It's very autumnal. The outside is actually very cozy. It has lots of pumpkins and it's very bright, but once you go to the inside there it gets a little more spooky and it's a little darker. And I did this because when I first started building, which you will see when we get to the inside of this video, I really wasn't feeling, I didn't know exactly how to make it have the same vibe as the outside, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So instead I just turned to a dark spooky season, and I love it either way. So as you can see right now, I have 2 little bump outs in the 2nd floor of this house, and that's something that I really wanted to put an emphasis on. I'm working on it right now because I've seen so many people build these sort of hanging, I don't know, rooms, I guess, out of the outside. And normally when I would do this, I would put columns under there, but they make it with these things that I'm using right now. I don't know what they're called. These little like triangle things that like supports, and it looks so beautiful to me, and I specifically wanted to have that in this house, and I think it looks great. So that's something that I like really wanted to put an emphasis on. And at first this house was kind of hard for me to assemble, to make come together. I don't know why, but also look at that moon in the back. It looks so beautiful, and that's something that I also wanted to like put effort into in this video and in all of my videos from now on. I was kind of being a bit lazy with my last videos that I've done, and I wasn't like trying to make the house look that good in the sense of the background. And by that I mean that, for example, I, in this video specifically, went into live mode, which I never do. I went into live mode to make sure that I got the moon coming up in the background, and I also kind of got the sun, but not really, in a picture that you guys might see at the end of the video. Is it's in the sunrise. So this, I showed this video pretty much in almost all states. In the beginning I showed you guys in the afternoon, and in the end there will be a screenshot with the moon in the background, and also one with the sunrise coming up. So it's very nice. I think I really like this lot. I don't build that often in the cats and dogs world, but it's very beautiful, and I think I might more often because it's like I said, the lighting here is very nice. I also specifically went into live mode and I downloaded an MCC command so I would be able to change the weather so that I could make it fall, and specifically like a specific time and a specific like, for example, I struggled, you will see this in a second, like right now you can see that most of the plants are like basically dead, and I didn't want that. I wanted to be that like beginning fall where the plants are still very just full but red and orange, and I will change that in a second. As you saw in the house when I was working with the windows and the roof trims, I changed it. I was going for a dark aesthetic at the beginning, and then I changed it to be white and a light aesthetic, and that's because I really liked the trim of the door that I was using, and I didn't want to change it, and I wanted to make it look good. So okay, see, sorry about that jump, but here you can see that I went into the live mode and I changed the the season time, I guess, is what you would call it, because realistically you can't just change. I mean, you can change the season, but it wouldn't make a difference, which is what I would discovered using MCC command. So I had to like go back and forth between summer and then fall to get this specific type of seasons time, I guess. So here I'm working on the outside, and I kind of tried to branch out a little bit from what I do. I was inspired by many builds that I've seen before, putting these little trees and those bushes, which I never use, but I really like how it looks. I really enjoyed doing the outside of this house and the inside. This house was just great, but I really did enjoy the outside. It was very fun because I don't think I have ever built a seasonal house, or that's not true, like a Halloween spooky autumnal house, because I've tried to build a winter house before. I didn't finish it because I didn't like how it looked, but I have tried. So I might try this year again to make a sort of a seasonal house. But I'm not making any promises because it was very difficult to, for example, like get the decorations up on the house without having to do it like by hand. So when I went into live mode to try to get my sim to put the lights in the house, I didn't know what I was doing. So it was very bad. I bet this house would look good with lights. Maybe I should go into live mode and put the lights. Is there a, with seasons, is there a seasonal, like, I think there is. Maybe, I'm not sure. I guess I'll see. So yeah, so I'm still doing the outside of this house, and I honestly really love how everything came together in this house. This build took me 3 hours in total of build time, of recording time, and I did it over 2 days, which is something that I normally do, which is why it takes me so long to film videos and edit them and all that good stuff. But I really enjoyed how it came out. I've realized that I enjoyed doing smaller houses, and I don't know if someone might not consider this a small house. I consider it a small house, even though it has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. But it's not a tiny house, but it's a smaller house. I wish that I could be like Kate Emerald, building like those huge mansions and not getting tired, because I've tried it and I get bored so quickly that it's crazy. But I really wish that I could build a bigger house without basically stopping halfway and not doing anything else, because that's what happens. For example, before I started building this video yesterday, building this house and filming this video yesterday, I started building with CC that I actually got inspired from Lizzie. So beautiful, CC. It wasn't by her, it was by a different creator, but she used it in her video, and I got so inspired. I wanted to build a penthouse inside Mashuno, and I started it, and I did 3 rooms, and I got so bored so fast. And then I thought of doing this build, or doing an autumnal build, and then I got super inspired, and I actually continued with this build, and I didn't forget about it, basically. So I was super excited I built the whole outside yesterday, and then today is when I finished the inside. And I was very happy with the way it turned out. I think I nailed it. Although the outside is very contrasting with the inside, I will say that. But either way, I'm still very happy with how it came out. So you can see I was already going for a light color scheme with lots of whites and yellows and oranges, but I didn't know exactly how to do that on the inside, because I didn't feel like it was like just normal, like pumpkins everywhere, and I don't have the spooky pack, so it's not like I could just put like spooky stuff things, I don't know, like make it decorated for Halloween, because I don't have it. So instead I do have vampires, so I decided to do that instead, to go with a more dark color scheme, as you will see. Right now we're starting to work on the floor plan. It was a little difficult to put the stairs, but in the end I figured out to rotate them, and it would work out better that way. I also decided to have the kitchen in that little nook where it is around the stairs, and because I built this in my head, this looks a little Victorian, or just an older style house. Not the outside doesn't look Victorian, but the inside, because it looks a little Victorian to me on the inside, I decided that it would be okay if I put the kitchen there, because in older houses, apart from being very closed floor plan, even though this isn't very closed, but it's still a fairly closed floor plan, the kitchen is usually small in these types of houses. It's not, it's not very open floor plan, big space with a big island or something. They're usually quite small, so I thought it fit in well, and it's all functional. Here, as you can see, I tried to go for that light aesthetic, or not even light, but just trying to find a good color scheme that would match the outside, and I couldn't really. Eventually you'll see it in a few seconds probably. I couldn't find anything. It was all very weird. It didn't fit together. It wasn't what I wasn't feeling it, basically. So then I decided to switch it, see how I'm trying so many things, and it's not it. So I decided to switch to a dark color scheme in a few seconds, and I think it really worked well from there. Also, I just want to mention the high school pack is absolutely gorgeous. I love that pack so much, and oh my god, I literally don't know what I would do without it. I love the chair that it comes with. I know I tried to place it outside and it kind of didn't work, but that chair, the little hanging chair, is so beautiful. I think because of that pack is the reason why I'm obsessed with the teenager's room. Oh yeah, I have to tell you the backstory of this house, which I was thinking while I was building it. So this house is basically what oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I have so many thoughts going through my mind right now. So right here is pretty much where I decided to go dark color scheme. You'll see it in a second. But that is the couch that made me decide to go for a dark color scheme. That couch and that rug from high school, the high school pack, because it's so good. So anyways, so this house was kind of inspired by the family, the Addams family, and it's sort of, okay, so basically we have like this spooky house who might or might not be vampires, who knows, but the teenager is Wednesday Addams, is the girl, and so there's the parents' bedroom, which is very like clean and not too crazy cluttered, which is what I would imagine Morticia and Gomez Addams have in their house. I would imagine that the room is very clean and not too cluttered. And then Wednesday Adam is a teenager, so she's a girl, and I use the high school pack for almost her whole bedroom, and it's so beautiful. It's my favorite room in this whole build. So I love that pack. I'm so glad that I got it. And then there's also a toddler, so I'm in my head that would be the boy, even though I know in the movies he's not a toddler, he's a kid, basically a preteen maybe, I think. But yeah, I would definitely I definitely had got some inspiration from the family items in my head. So here we turned to the dark color scheme, and I love the way the living room looks so much. It's very cozy. Those couches and seats are from Cats and Dogs, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And they're so cozy. I don't think I've ever used it. I think it worked very well for a build like this. They were fantastic. So yeah, starting from here is when I decided to use a lot of vampires. I also, well, actually, no, I was already using vampires, but I used the bookcase that comes with vampires that is so beautiful next to the stairs here, and I think it makes a nice walkway towards the dining room. And actually, this is one of the only houses, or not only, but I think this is one of the houses where I actually like started building from the entranceway towards the flow of the house. I hope that makes sense. But what I mean is, for example, we just did the entranceway, we did the living room, we did the hallway, and now we're gonna do the dining room, which is past the archway. Then we're gonna do the kitchen, which is right next to the dining room. Then we're gonna do the office, which is right next to the dining room as well, and the bathroom. And then we go to the top floor. And that's very different from the way that I build, because normally I would start with the kitchen. In any build, I would start with the kitchen and let the kitchen dictate what the build is gonna look like, but not this one. And I guess that's just how inspired I was, that I didn't lose hope, I guess, in the rooms. So it's very, very nice. So here, okay, no, so I did start with the kitchen in not the dining room, but either way, I still went with the flow of the floor plan. I actually, yeah, so I used vampires counters and the green counters, which is kind of different because the rest of the house has a red, sort of, like everything else is red. You'll see it once I start working in the dining room. But I thought that these counters worked very nicely with this kind of nook for the kitchen, and I definitely included the cabinets, because in this sort of smaller, more cozy home, the cabinets make it so that the kitchen feels smaller, which isn't a good thing in real life, but I feel like it definitely makes a kitchen seem more cozy and more realistic, because a lot of times I feel like it's too cluttered when you put like right now you can barely see the kitchen because the cabinets are covering it, but I still feel like realistically, if you were walking into this house, the cabinets probably wouldn't bother you that much. So here I thought maybe let's try a green room, but then I was like, nope, that does not look good. And that's when everything started going red. So yeah, so it might be a big contrast between the kitchen and the dining room, but I still thought that like maybe they decorated, I mean obviously they would have decorated the dining room themselves, but they probably wouldn't have taken out all the cabinets out and then, you know, change them to be red or something. So I still thought it worked very well. And I also used those curtains from Paranormal, and I think they look so cute. Remember to save, guys. Always remember to save. At this point, I was looking for things, and I wanted to include so many things that I just couldn't fit in. And that's kind of like the best, those type of builds where you just like, oh, this would look good and that would look good. But either way, you know, you can't fit everything. But it did. I love when I'm building a house where everything fits in the house, and I try to find a place to fit many things. But unfortunately I couldn't, because like I said, this is a very small house in my head. It's very tight, I would say, but cozy. So here I made an office, and I did something that I don't usually do, and I put 2 chairs facing the office. A lot of times I have a really hard time finding how to make a good office, and it's because I put it like a study room. I make it so that it's only 1 chair, right, the person in the seat of the desk, and then I put bookcases, and that's it. And I never think to add like chairs facing the office, because it's the desk, I mean, because it's an office and not like a study room. I don't know, but today I did that, and I'm very proud of how it came out. I think even though I didn't add much clutter, and I definitely could have, I think it still looks good and functional, hopefully. So, and now I'm showing you guys the bathroom. which I cut out the other two bathrooms because they're literally the same. There's nothing different in them. They both have, the only difference is that the top bathrooms have showers in them, have the Realm of Magic showers, and this one has a bathtub. That's pretty much it. And yeah, so I decided to cut it out because I didn't think it was worth it. Here I'm working on the floor plan of the top floor, which also came so easily, which was amazing because I usually struggle with doing the floor plans of the second floors, but this one I was just like, let me do it, and I did it. So let me tell you guys a little trick that I like to do. A lot of times I see people struggle with their with when houses have like 1x1 tiles, like one tile, and they're like, what do I put there? They usually put a plant or like I think a bookcase or something like one tile wide, right? When I see something like that, I take advantage of it and I think that's where my bathroom is gonna go. Which is why if you see right now, both of the bathrooms have 1x1 tiles in them that are like little side, I don't know how to explain it, but like you can see right now, like both of them have 1x1 tiles, and that's where I put the shower. And I'm like, that is a perfect place to put a shower where you don't have to take space from the rest of the bathroom, so you have space for more things. And just a little trick, if you guys ever have a 1x1 tile on the second floor or the first floor, try to put a bathroom in there and put a shower because it'll come very handy. And here, as you can see, I was working on the master bedroom. Like I said, I made it red and very clean. There's a vanity, there's the bed, and it's just very sleek and not too crazy cluttered. So right now, I'm actually working on the my favorite bedroom, the high school bedroom, pretty much. And look at that bed. That bed is beautiful. Tell me that you don't think of Wednesday Addams when you see that bed. I don't know why I think of her. But oh my god, this dresser is my dream. It's so gorgeous. Gorgeous. I literally based the whole room, you'll see, after this dresser because it's so beautiful. And it kind of sucks that I couldn't put the mirror because I really wanted to. It was too big, like, for the area, because even though she kind of has like a pretty decently sized room, she has a whole seating area, she's still, it's pretty tight. So I mean, I had to make it functional. And I also love this that I'm doing right now, and I kind of made it in the shape of a heart without realizing it, kind of. And I think it looks very nice. These chairs are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The decals that I'm using right now, again, gorgeous. I don't think I changed the swatch of that little ottoman there, but yeah. So I right now have the matching side table for that, and it's so pretty. I can't explain to you how much I love that side table and that mirror and just the whole combination. So here I was like, it's looking a little plain, so I was like, why don't I add some curtains to it? And it really does spice up the room. It makes it look like, I don't know, it's like a showroom, like a curtain like that you would find in a what do you call that, like a theater sort of thing. And I think I'm gonna start doing that now. I also considered putting the high school pack little lights over the bed. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but the thing that goes over the bed, but I didn't think it would fit in quite well because it would just block the mirror, so I decided not to do that. So this is the toddler / baby room. So at first I was gonna put a kid's bed, as you can see, but I realized that I saw this nursery thing, what do you call that, the crib. I saw this crib from vampires, and I realized how amazing, how creepy would it be if they had like just a crib, like an abandoned crib. But then I was like, the whole house wouldn't match that abandoned vibe, so I decided to go for a nursery / toddler room. So basically it would just be the room of the baby once it's born. So I would imagine that Morticia's pregnant right now, and then the bed would be there ready for when the baby grows up. So I think it worked very, very well. And we're getting very close to the end, guys, so I would just like to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you're here, if you liked the house and you think you might like me, give me a subscribe and a like or a comment down below. And I really, really hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, because nowadays, honestly, we need it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.